What's up, everybody? Getting into this episode of Beyond the Gates. I love that scene when Nicole was coming into her living room and she started spraying the Febreze and stuff. I love that. I love it. It's so realistic. Like a lot of that's why I say I love this show because a lot of what they say and do is relatable. Because spraying that Febreze all around your room, I loved it. That's some stuff I do. Like I do it too. Because I feel like in daytime TV, you don't really see anybody doing that on daytime. Like you don't see characters walk into their rooms and just spraying Febreze around. Like you don't ever see them do it. And I'm like, y'all don't do that. I thought it was just me. I'm like, I love doing it. Um, Ted need to go sit down somewhere because I was not feeling him kissing all up on Nicole, talking about, oh, my beautiful wife. I said, get your lips off of her. Get your lips off of her. Lips that touch Leslie's will not touch Nicole's. Get your hand off of her. You're dirty. Get, that man gonna keep a turtleneck though. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Um, but I can't wait for Nicole to find out about his little dirty deeds and for her to crash out on him. Because every time I watched them, I used to think, oh, they look so beautiful together. They so happy. And to come to find out, that man had a whole affair, got this woman pregnant, paid for an abortion that he thought she had. I'm like, nah, see, that's unforgivable, Ted. That's unforgivable, Theodore. I can't forgive that. That ain't in my spirit to forgive right now. It's not. Um, Vanessa and Doug, that marriage is a hot mess. Like, Doug is hard headed because Randy keep trying to tell him like you need to focus on your career and stop gambling so much. This fool has rearranged pretty much all of his minor surgeries just so he can gamble. Dude, you better do every surgery that you can so you can make this money. Like, what are you doing? You got to pay this dude every dime back. And you sitting over here canceling surgeries or rescheduling and all that. Like, Doug, you are in so deep. Like, you are literally in quicksand at this moment. And him and Vanessa gotta have separate bank accounts. Because you mean to tell me she don't know he gambling? Like, you would have to know that he's taking money out the accounts, like thousands of dollars to go gamble. You would have to know that if you were on the account. You would have to know. Ain't no way you can't. But he just don't listen. Like Randy keep trying to tell him you gonna have to pay Joey back at some point. Like Randy keep trying to talk sense into him and trying to protect him as much as he can, but it's only but so much Randy can do. You know what I mean? Like that's a grown man at the end of the day. If he don't want to stop gambling, that ain't nothing more you can do. Because Randy can't sit there and keep questioning Joey and can't keep begging Joey to, help out and just cut him some slack. Because then at some point Joey gonna take Randy out if he keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because Joey made it abundantly clear. I don't care if that's your friend. I don't care. Stop talking to me about this. I'm not letting it go. But, he trying to save him. But, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Vanessa was looking scrumptious as hell in this episode. I mean, she always looked good to me, but damn. Like, Vanessa was working it. Like, she had the breast up. She had cleavage out. Like, she had them things lifted. She wasn't playing. And even Doug took notice. He was like, damn, you looking good. He was like, who you looking good for? Because he knew it wasn't for him. He knew, please, Doug knew good and well that all that goodness wasn't for him. He ain't had none of that goodness in a long while. He ain't even see the Hello Kitty in a minute. And he know it. She was like, oh, well, I got a client. I got to see that. Oh, you always dress like that for your client? Yeah. She trying to get this munyan. And she trying to get a little something else. Mind your business, Douglas. Doug need to go mind his little business. And I'm pretty sure at some point, because when he bumped into Nicole, I'm pretty sure Nicole probably gonna look into him. Because he keep talking about, oh, I'm busy, busy, busy at the hospital. And Nicole was like, well, you need to take some time and spend some time with your wife. Like, scale back your workload. But he was like, oh, well, we prefer it that way, two ships passing in the night or whatever. I said, oh, y'all prefer it that way. So that's on purpose in a way. Like, even if you wasn't out gambling and all that every night, y'all still would prefer not to be around each other like that. I said, okay. Um, because when Nicole and Vanessa were talking, Vanessa was like, oh, me and Doug got an arrangement. I said, oh, so y'all in an open marriage. So he know about you messing around then. No wonder she be doing it so openly, though. Because she be at Uptown, the country club, just kissing before she even go into a room. She just be openly kissing another dude. So I'm like, oh, that's why she be doing that. So Doug already know. I said, okay, that makes sense. And a part of me, you know what? I'm surprised, but I'm not, because their marriage definitely seemed like it was something going on open. Because I remember, I think it was the second episode or third episode, she was talking about going on vacation with a cabana boy or something like that. And he didn't even blink an eye. So I was like, yeah, something ain't right with y'all. So now it makes sense now. So they are open. They got an arrangement. Okay. Got it. I agree with Nicole. Like, at this point, her and Doug need to get a divorce. They need to let them. I really don't understand why she's still in that marriage. Because she's not happy. Every time she sees Doug, she looks annoyed. She looks disgusted. Like, she's just not happy with that. And I couldn't imagine sitting in no loveless marriage. Especially if it doesn't even financially benefit me to be in that marriage. Because this fool gambling all the damn money away. And she got her own money. So why are y'all still in this? I would have been left that. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather be alone than unhappy. And she's not happy with him at all. Like, she's just going through the motions with that man. Probably just walking around, for image. Because it probably helps their image or whatever. She a big high-powered real estate agent. He's the heart surgeon. You know what I mean? It just looks good on paper. It just looks good on paper. Aesthetically, it just all look good. It's all for the public. But privately, they do their thing. They live separately. But that's sad. And and Nicole even expressed that looks sad. And she even tried to talk Vanessa out of hanging around Joey. Because everybody in town, even Nicole, know his reputation. Like, everybody know that man's reputation. And it's dangerous hanging around him. Because even Doug tried to talk Vanessa out of being around him and stuff like that. But Vanessa, she just a little horny little toad. Because when she was sitting with Joey, they was sitting there, basically calling each other scrumptious, delicious, all that type of stuff, like just straight up flirting with each other. Making it obvious that they want to, do. And she keeps showing him all these homes and stuff like that for his alleged mother. And he kept saying, nah, that one ain't gonna work. That's how I knew he was lying about his mama. Because I've been questioning that, wondering if his mother even real. And speaking of, when Nicole got home and was talking to Ted about Joey and talking about his mother need a home, Ted was like, his mother died a year ago. So, his mama died a year ago. His mama died a year ago. Vanessa, you've been played, girl. You've been played, baby girl. He trying to hoodwink you. Hopefully Nicole tell her this in time, because you've been wasting your time. Like, she need to get up out this situation with him, because that man is crazy. Like, who lies about something like that? They mama looking for a home and your mama been gone. She been in the upper room. The upper room. Like, she been gone. She over there hanging with Elvis this whole time. Good Lord. You know how evil you gotta be to lie about something like that? Like, who could just come up with a lie like that off the dome? Like, oh, my mama. Your mama up there singing high notes with Elvis. She ain't down here no more. Lying. Ugh. Little treacherous self. But yeah, Doug is just dumb. Doug, and where he at? Back at the casino, sitting there at the darn casino, losing more money. Money he ain't even got. Money he ain't even got, and he's still losing. And Joey got to that point where Joey was like, "All right, you gotta start paying me back the money that you owe." And he talking about, "Oh, I will. I'm gonna make it up." Yeah, you better. You better, because it seemed like the real Joey is starting to show himself to Doug. And soon he gonna start to show the real Joey to Vanessa. And that's gonna be a problem. Doug need to handle his business. Like he do. He need to get on top of this, figure out how to make this money. He need to talk to Vanessa, see if he can get some money from her. Like, you need to pay this off. That's why I feel like Vanessa need to divorce him, because he about to get her into some stuff, that she ain't gonna be able to get out of. And she probably gonna have to write a huge check, and that's even if she wants to help Doug out when she find out that he been spending all his time gambling and spending all this money. I wouldn't help. Like, she might help him because, they still got kids together, but I wouldn't be helping. Hell no. That's your problem. That's your debt. You just need to sign these divorce papers and not, you ain't getting no spousal support or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't think you getting some money from me. Like, she need to do like Usher. I'm ready to sign them papers. Papers. I done took all I could take, but you leave me no options. Yep, you need to sign them papers. Come on with it. Um, so anyway, moving on from that. Listen, I'm going to say this. Naomi is much better than me, because I would have been dropped them little heifers as clients. I'm sorry. They too thirsty for me. Like, soon as they heard Bill's offer, oh my God. Oh, we're ready to sign. Yeah, we're going to take the offer. Soon as they heard it. And don't get me wrong. Was it a good offer? Yes, it was a good offer. But I'm glad Naomi looked through the documentation, because the offer wasn't even that solid. And I'm glad she pointed it out to them, because one of the chicks talking about, $1 million? Oh, mama's getting some new shoes. I'm going to buy all the shoes. And even Caroline said it in the waiting room to Bill. She was like, I'm pretty sure she about to buy some shoes. And she is. I said, so you going to spend all that money on shoes? Priorities. But Naomi made valid points, though. Naomi was like, nothing in this agreement is going to stop Bill from firing y'all literally the next day. In $1 million, you're not even going to get the whole $1 million, because one, y'all got to pay y'all legal fees. Two, taxes are going to take their 50%. So you're only going to be left with probably maybe 200 to 300 grand at best. Like, you probably going to be left with just that. So, and you still probably going to get fired. You know what I mean? Then they talking about, the committee. Oh, we going to be in charge of a committee. That's not going to change nothing at that firm. That dude, Mike, he's not going to change his ways. He's still going to be harassing women. He's not going to change nothing. Like, they gullible as hell. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, it's still a good offer. And I would think about it, because they are the client. So it's up to them to think about it. But I also question Naomi, because is she giving them solid advice? Part of me thinks she is. But is this also revenge for her? And that's why she didn't want them to take it. You really got to question that too, because Naomi is definitely all about taking Bill down at this point. So who knows? But Bill wasn't stupid. He anticipated that the ladies would want to take the deal. Like, him and Caroline figured that out, but he knew Naomi wouldn't take it. Like, he know his daughter. He know how strong-minded she is. He know how bullheaded she could be. And he knows she not going to take that deal. And she sure enough didn't too. Ripped it right on up and said, oh, we going to court. And I couldn't stand how Bill tried to blame that time difference on Caroline when Naomi was late to the previous meeting. And I was mad Caroline was like, yeah, that was my fault. I was like, Caroline, what are you doing? I mean, I know you need a job and whatnot, but buck up. Like, don't be sitting there taking a fall for that fool. I was so mad at that. I said, don't you dare. Don't you dare take the fall. But Bill started talking about his hands was numb. I said, "What the hell going on with you, Bill? You having a heart attack?" I think he is. I think he having a heart attack. I said, "Well, damn, Bill, that man over here, hands numb, his vision started getting blurry." I said, "You having a heart attack?" I wouldn't even be surprised though, because that man been going through it. Him and Danny going back and forth, the wedding, Haley getting on his nerves every minute. Now this lawsuit. I could see why he would have a heart attack. I could see why. Um, but anyway, Ted need to come. I just wish that Ted would just tell this girl the truth, because him having that flashback about him telling Nicole to let this go with that Sherry situation, aka Leslie. I'm like, Ted, your secret ain't gonna stay secret long, and you might want to come up with that 50,000 very quickly, because your secret is about to blow up in your face, sir. It's about to blow up. But this was actually a really good episode. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this episode a lot. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.